Well, we're joined by Andy Maloney and also Josh Jr. ahead of the SailGP campaign. Guys, what a come down, I guess, to go from this, in such a short turnaround after the America's Cup success. Andy, first up.
Yeah, I mean, the Cup was amazing, and we've had 10 days since then to sort of decompress, relax and hang out with family and friends. And now we're starting to ramp back up into it. The last week we've been back out in the fins and gearing up for Europe.
How exciting, Josh, has it been to get into this New Zealand SailGP team, Team Aotearoa, to have a team on this circuit, 8 teams, representing your country?
Yeah, I mean, the SailGP is a new circuit, and it's got 8 of the world's best teams, best sailors on the fastest boats, so we can't wait to get over there and show what we've got and race against them. It's incredibly exciting, All of us love the challenge of racing and racing good sailors, which the SailGP circuit sort of has. It's got the world's best sailors on the world's fastest boats, and we can't wait to get there and just take them on.
Now, you guys are great mates. You've trained together, you've raced together, and the boats behind us here are the fin boats that you'll be, only one of you sadly can be in the Olympics. I mean, that's somewhere in the back of the mind. You're saying you're obviously training at the moment in the fins. How is the competitive edge and rivalry between you guys as you both want to cement the spot? Josh?
Oh, it's always competitive between Andy and I. It seems like everything we do is competitive. Whoever's going the worst is always a bit grumpy, and whoever's going better seems happier. But no, I mean, we've been sailing the world's fastest in the America's Cup boats, and now we're back to probably some of the oldest, slowest boats in the world. So we're enjoying the challenge and getting back into it.
How does the adjustment go? How easy is it to step off that foiling monohull onto one of these? Is it just because you're sailors, it's really easy, or is it a really difficult transition?
No, it is a difficult transition for sure. We're lucky that we've invested so much time into the fin and classes like the fin, that we've got a huge base of skill sets that is really strong in these types of boats. And likewise in the cup boats and these fast F50s and stuff, we've now spent a lot of time sailing those boats.
Just in terms of that, just finally on this, the Olympic selection process, clearly you need a regatta, and I think there's talk about a Fin Gold Cup regatta perhaps in Europe at some stage. Do you guys see that if that does happen, that's kind of like the key one for you both to perform in order to convince the selectors? Yeah,
exactly. So the Fin Gold Cup, or our World Champs, is in May. So we're planning on doing that and building up towards that. And that would be our final selection regatta, I guess. And from there we'll continue working together, and luckily enough, whoever doesn't go will actually coach the other. So our relationship will continue all the way to the Olympic Games, where we can hopefully win that gold medal for New Zealand.
Most of the America's Cup sailors, a lot of the big names, the Spittles, etc. of this world are in these boats too. And the boats, because they're almost a one design formula, are going to be similar. It's going to come down to the sailing ability and how quickly the teams get to grips with them and sail well. I mean, is that something that really excites you in maybe a different way to the America's Cup, where it's very much a design, a technology race?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, the America's Cup is that mix between design and racing. This is very much one design and racing others in a very close format. So we're excited by that. We sail hard and we love the competitive racing, and we're there to learn as fast as we can. All the other teams have had a little bit more time in the boats than us, so it's going to be a bit of a challenge, but we're up for it.
Okay, global travel very different today than it was just over a year ago for you guys who have been, globe trotters. Have you had your first vaccinations yet? We know that athletes travelling overseas are going to be able to get them thanks to the government, NZOC, etc., working together. Where are you guys at with that process before you depart?
Yeah, we're very fortunate to be in that position of representing New Zealand overseas as athletes. So we've been put into the protocol, and we're halfway through that process at the moment.
Okay, so you've had your first jab and awaiting the second?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so it's cool to have got that, and we feel very lucky and honoured to be representing New Zealand overseas and be able to travel safely.
Yeah, I mean, the world's definitely a different place now, but SailGP's put in place all the protocols around COVID and stuff, and us as Kiwis, we've got quarantine spots booked coming back to New Zealand just in case. We've got to stay flexible, and it's the same with our Olympic sailing. We've kind of got to take it day by day because we never know what will happen.
Just talk a little bit about the mix of the SailGP team. Obviously, you've got Peter and Blair leading it. You've got a couple of our top women sailors coming in there. I mean, just what are your thoughts on the overall mix? A lot of young sailors, obviously world class. Josh?
Yeah, I mean, it's a very exciting team. A lot of sailors from different areas, I guess. You got Pete and Blair, multiple world champions. you got us, and then you got Erica and Liv, who are stunning women sailors in their own right, and then a couple of the grinders from Team New Zealand. So we've got a really exciting group, and we just need to learn to all gel together and learn how to sail the boats and get into it. It's so exciting.